Quarterbacks, there used to be debates, loud ones, emotional ones, but those slowly disappeared as Tom Brady kept winning. He didn't just dominate one era, he survived all of them. Brady won 7 Super Bowls, appeared in 10, and earned 5 Super Bowl MVPs. He owns more playoff wins than 27 NFL franchises. His defining moment came in Super Bowl 51, when New England trailed 28-3 late in the third quarter. Brady threw for 466 yards, led 5 scoring drives, and forced overtime before winning the game. That night erased every remaining argument. He won championships with defensive teams, explosive offenses, and even a brand new roster in Tampa Bay at age 43. He adapted to rule changes, coaching changes, and roster turnover without decline. Longevity alone does not make a GOAT, but pairing it with peak dominance does. Brady delivered elite performance for over 20 seasons and remained clutch in the biggest moments. Quarterback success is measured by wins when everything is on the line, and nobody has ever matched Brady's resume. Running back. Barry Sanders made defenders miss in ways that still look unreal decades later. In just 10 seasons, he rushed for 15,269 yards, averaged 5.0 yards per carry, and scored 99 rushing touchdowns. Sanders averaged over 100 rushing yards per game for his entire career, the highest mark ever. He won MVP in 1997, rushing for 2,053 yards on a team that didn't even win its division. Defenses stacked the box every week and still failed. Sanders wasn't a product of volume or longevity. He was pure efficiency. He led the league in rushing 4 times and produced highlight runs almost every Sunday. The craziest part is how it ended. Sanders retired suddenly while still in his prime, just 1,457 yards shy of the all-time rushing record. If he plays even 2 more seasons, every major rushing record likely belongs to him. Emmitt Smith had durability, Walter Payton had balance, Barry Sanders had unmatched difficulty and dominance combined. Fullback. Jim Brown didn't fit neatly into positional labels, but officially, he was a fullback. What he did from that spot was historic. Brown led the league in rushing 8 times in 9 seasons, won 3 MVP awards, and retired as the all-time rushing leader. He averaged 5.2 yards per carry for his career, still the highest ever among high-volume runners. Brown scored 100 rushing touchdowns in an era with 12-game seasons and brutal defensive rules. Tacklers bounced off him, angles failed. He was faster than defensive backs and stronger than linemen. Brown never missed a game and walked away while still clearly the best player in football. No decline, no erosion. Modern players benefit from spacing and protection. Brown thrived when defenses were allowed to punish ball carriers. He dominated without modern training, modern rules, or modern medicine. His impact transcended position. Brown wasn't just the best fullback. He's one of the most overpowering athletes the sport has ever produced. Wide receiver. Jerry Rice's records aren't just impressive, they are unreachable. He finished with 1,549 receptions, 22,895 receiving yards, and 207 total touchdowns. No other receiver is even remotely close. Rice played 20 seasons and still produced 1,000-yard seasons in his late 30s. His playoff resume alone includes 2,245 receiving yards and 22 playoff touchdowns. Both records. Rice wasn't the fastest or biggest, but his route running and conditioning turned precision into inevitability. He got better as games went on and tougher as seasons aged. Cornerbacks knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it. Randy Moss terrified defenses vertically, but Rice destroyed them everywhere. Longevity matters, but only when performance stays elite. Rice combined peak dominance with unmatched durability. Even in today's pass-heavy era, no one is closing the gap. Jerry Rice isn't just the greatest receiver ever. He is the most accomplished skill position player in NFL history. Tight end. Rob Gronkowski broke the tight end position by being elite at everything simultaneously. At 6'6" and 250 pounds, Gronk ran like a receiver and blocked like a tackle. In 2011, he caught 90 passes for 1,327 yards and 17 touchdowns, the most ever by a tight end in a single season. Defenses couldn't double him without sacrificing the run game. Linebackers couldn't tackle him, safeties couldn't cover him. Gronk finished his career with 4 Super Bowl rings and served as Tom Brady's most dominant weapon. When healthy, he dictated coverage and altered game plans weekly. Tony Gonzalez had longevity. Shannon Sharpe helped redefine the position. Gronk delivered peak dominance unmatched by any tight end before or after. His combination of size, speed, blocking, and red zone production forced defenses to admit tight ends could be the most dangerous player on the field. Offensive lineman. Anthony Munoz defined pass protection for over a decade. He earned 11 All-Pro selections, including 9 consecutive first-team honors. That level of consistency has never been matched at left tackle. Munoz erased elite pass rushers weekly and anchored Cincinnati's offense throughout the 1980s. His footwork, balance, and intelligence allowed quarterbacks to operate comfortably against top competition. He protected the blind side, the most valuable real estate in football, without drop-off for years. While guards like Larry Allen overwhelmed opponents physically, Munoz neutralized speed, power, and technique equally well. He wasn't flashy, but he was flawless at his job. Quarterbacks trusted him. Coaches built around him. Defensive coordinators avoided him. Offensive line play is difficult to quantify, but dominance is felt. Munoz didn't just win his matchup, he eliminated it entirely. But first, only cool people are subscribed to this channel, so hit that subscribe button before we go any further. Edge rusher. Lawrence Taylor didn't just rush quarterbacks, he terrified them. He finished with 142 career sacks, won 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards, and captured 1 league MVP, something almost unheard of for a defender. Taylor helped lead the Giants to 2 Super Bowl championships and forced offenses to redesign protection schemes. He rushed standing up, hand down, inside, outside, wherever chaos lived. That flexibility changed defensive football forever. His 1986 season included 20.5 sacks and complete control of games. Quarterbacks rushed throws before pressure even arrived. Reggie White was powerful. Deacon Jones was relentless. But Taylor changed how the game was played. He didn't accumulate stats, he warped offenses. Entire playbooks avoided his side of the field. Fear alters performance, and Lawrence Taylor created fear every Sunday. Linebacker, Ray Lewis was the center of gravity for an entire defense. He finished with over 2,000 career tackles, won 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards, earned 2 Super Bowl rings, and captured 1 Super Bowl MVP. Lewis diagnosed plays before the snap and punished ball carriers after it. His leadership elevated everyone around him, turning good defenses into historic ones. Baltimore's early 2000s units remain among the greatest ever. Lewis combined speed, strength, intelligence, and emotional control into one force. As his athleticism declined, his preparation took over. He aged gracefully while remaining elite. Dick Butkus set the tone. Jack Lambert brought menace. Ray Lewis perfected the position. He didn't just play linebacker, he defined how it should be played for nearly 2 decades. Cornerback. Deion Sanders made coverage a psychological weapon. Primetime wasn't just flashy, it was effective. Sanders earned 8 first-team All-Pro selections, played 17 seasons, and won 2 Super Bowls. Quarterbacks avoided his side of the field entirely. He scored touchdowns 6 different ways, combining shutdown coverage with game-changing returns. Sanders forced offenses to abandon routes and simplify playbooks. Darrelle Revis locked players down quietly. Rod Woodson made plays everywhere. Deion controlled attention, momentum, and space. When Sanders lined up, half the field disappeared. He didn't just prevent catches, he dictated strategy. No cornerback has ever owned the position culturally and tactically like Deion Sanders. Safety. Ed Reed turned the deep middle into a trap. He finished with 64 interceptions, returned for 1,590 yards, the most in NFL history. Reed scored 7 defensive touchdowns and owns the 2 longest interception returns ever, including a 108-yard touchdown. Quarterbacks hesitated when they saw number 20 roaming. Reed baited throws, disguised coverage, and punished mistakes instantly. The Ravens' defense revolved around his instincts. Tom Brady admitted Reed altered game plans before the snap. Ronnie Lott changed rules with violence. Troy Polamalu attacked chaos with timing. Reed played chess. He combined elite range, intelligence, and ball skills into something the league still hasn't replicated. Safeties rarely control games. Ed Reed controlled outcomes. If you like this video, consider watching this next one, which YouTube thinks you are going to really love.